All right. So this is going to be like super fast, like 30 minutes on how to build in groups. So some people are new to this, like doing network marketing, social media altogether. Other people have been doing this for 100 years. So this is just
Mm.
a shift from a lot of what we've done before. So feel free to interrupt me at any time. I want this to be like an interactive training. I don't want everyone to sit on mute and me just like jabber on. Um, because if I'm not giving you what you need to move forward, then it's a waste of everybody's time. So please jump in. So a lot of people in network marketing have been using like their profiles on social media. So a lot of us started with like a 10-4-1, use your profile, you're doing a couple before and afters. You're really using your personal page to grow your business. Facebook has changed. Facebook doesn't want that anymore. It doesn't want selly on your personal page. It's really driving engagement into groups or business pages or fan pages, whatever you want to call them. So a lot of it really shifted during COVID. And I think it's because everybody was stuck at home on social media and everyone started selling everything, right? So I've been following a lot of leaders and spent a lot of time. Thankfully, they were able to share a lot of what their tools and tricks on how to build in a group. So you guys will notice when you share on your social media right now, even personal stuff, it's not getting as much likes and comments as before. Yes? Have you noticed that
True.
engagement is very different? There's always a clue. So when you log on your social media to go make a post, have you noticed that it will say like reels or live first? It's not saying put a post first. So again, that's Facebook's trying to guide you to do what it wants. So think, for those of you that have been doing this for a long time, think of everything that you used to do on your profile. You're just going to move it into a group. So the reason that groups are a really, really great tool is why I love them is it's the collective, right? So you can have 10 leaders in a group, each just maybe posting once a day, but that ends up being like 10 engaging voices for people to follow. So it's the same idea as when we start out, we do three-way messages or three-way calls because it edifies. If there's other people saying the same thing, people get more confident about making the decision. So that's where groups are really, really great. Groups are also great for teams to build because not everyone's going to post regularly about their business. Some people are shy. Some people, it's not a safe place on your personal profile. Whereas when you're in a group, you've got a safe place for people to be able to share, for people to be able to invite people to. It's kind of like because as you guys all know, social media has gotten a little negative lately, right? There's a lot of people that even on your personal profile might say some mean things. Whereas in a group, typically people are only joining a group because they want to be in there. They want to be part of the community. They want to support. It's very, very rare that people would join a group just to troll. It does happen, but it's a lot less likely to happen. So that's another huge benefit. Also, with network marketing, it's not about who you know. It is initially, but it's also about their networks. So it makes it really, really easy for you to build a huge network really, really fast. Again, it's the combined effort. So if Tara invites 10 people to the group, and then they each invite 10 people to the group, boom. Tara just got a really big network really, really fast just by the duplication. So how do you do that? So first off, your group has to be engaging, right? Nobody wants to join a group that is isogenics this, isogenics that, buy this, like just it, like that's boring, right? You guys all been added into a group like that it's like, oh my gosh, like how did I even get in this group? Like they're always trying to sell me. It's the same thing that we taught you when it comes to using your profile. If you want to use even that 10-4-1 type approach, 10 of your posts should be about engagement.
I want to stop you right there. So this is starting to make a little bit more sense. So like for me, I'm having this thought of like, it's just a group. It's just like an isogenics group. but this is like a mini social media. It's like another mini social media. It's like a sub social media.
Right, exactly. So the very first thing, so it's the same idea. So your avatar, you need to know who your ideal customer is. What type of content do they want to see? So typically your group has a theme. So I have two groups that I use. I have one that is beauty. It's all about collagen. It's all about the skincare. I don't talk about shakes and cleanses. And then we have the goal diggers group, which most of you are using to build in. Within goal diggers, we have a theme. Our theme is about accountability groups. It's about health. It's about recipes. It's about a little bit competition because we have our voting in there. But the majority of our posts, when we're not doing an 11-day, are about that engagement. It's about recipes. It's about motivation. It's about like, it's just about the things that we post on our page. So like, it's value. You have to create value in the group so that people want to be in it and people want to participate. So like I've written down some value posts or like recipes, recommendations. So you recommending a great place or asking for recommendations, which we all do on our pages, right? When we want a new hairdresser or we're like, what is your favorite like salad dressing? People love to give their opinion, right? Sharing your journey. So exactly like how we would do on our profile, which you may still do in your stories. Like you might be, casually using your products. It might be you at the gym, or here, me doing a Zoom with my Isogenics cup right there. That sharing you using the products in your journey and you celebrating yourself in the group, that builds community, right? You want to, just like in our cleanse group, the same things you do in there, you would do in here. So you're going to welcome your customers in the Goal Digger group. You'll shout out their success. Like, again, when we're doing a challenge, it's all combined and we're doing it together. But individually, when we're not in an 11-day, you're doing the same thing and you're going to encourage them to do the same. So a lot of the content that you've seen in the cleanse group is the same that we would put in here, just we're also prospecting in here. Product spotlights, you want to talk about the benefits of the products, but not sharing articles, right? Like nobody is going to click on an Isogenics link and go read about moringa powder. Like it's not going to happen, right? But they will watch a fun reel of like Tara, the Reel Master, doing something with her products, right? Motivation, encouragement, funny. I like working with funny people. If they're not funny, they're going to think I'm weird. Facebook lives. Everyone loves watching lives, polls, and then like ask me anything, like ask the expert kind of thing. So
yeah, really quick, and I'm sorry, just because you said you wanted it to be interactive, and when something comes up, I just want to make sure. Because like even what I put today, like it was just something about moving, and I'm thinking like I actually am not like, I mean, I like fitness stuff, but it's not like, it's not, I don't know. Like, I feel like I normally wouldn't put something like that up right now, but I feel like it's relevant for the group though. Like, so
yeah,
I don't.
so what we've done in the past is like, we'll pick one thing. So this has worked a ton of times before, and Lori will attest to this. We would do something like on a Monday, we'd be like, okay, everybody, like, let's do like, what's one? Like a plank challenge. Everyone posts how long you held a plank, and then everyone would comment how long they did it. Those are just fun things that create engagement. So that's another thing that I have. It's actually the next one is in the group. You want at least 2 engagement posts like that, where you're either like, you're asking somebody to do something. So like, hey, everybody, like another one we do in the group consistently is water. Everybody like post up your selfie. Did you get your water in today? That's a consistent one that we've found work.
Awesome. Well. I like this. And I'm asking too many questions. Go ahead.
No, you're not. You're not.
Okay. So I think the biggest challenge that I'm having is like adding people, like, because I'm just like, I don't want to add someone who doesn't want to be in it. Like, I think I'm not understanding like,
and I'll get to that piece after.
Okay.
Because yes, the art of inviting is part of it. So
yeah. Okay.
Other things, I've covered a lot of these, insights. So this is why groups are incredible. I'm going to share my screen to show you guys, because you don't need to be staring.
You look so pretty though.
Oh, we are. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So if we're in a group, sorry, I just got to go back because, all right. So if we go on Tara's post, so here's Tara's page. Tara just put up this post. How many people saw this post, Tara?
I did.
But you don't know though, right? You know that 13
Yeah.
people come,
Oh, yes,
right?
yes. Mm-hmm.
So when we go into
It
our
has the view.
Lori posted up this recipe, 32 people saw it.
Mm-hmm.
But look, here's what's interesting. Judy posted up just her fitness tracker and she's got more engagement. 71
Yeah.
saw it. So it gives you an idea. So even though only one person commented, 53 people saw it. So it gives you feedback that you know
Yeah.
if what you're posting is good or not.
Yeah.
It even gives you more, like when you get into it in here, you can actually see your engagement, your growth. Like there's so much in here. So you can tell that we started a challenge because all of a sudden, boom, engagement just started jumping, right? So it gives you feedback and it even tells you like what times people are really engaging so that you can start shifting when you should post. Whereas on your profile, you have no idea. You're just kind of throwing something out in the dark. And people get so sad when they put up a killer post on their profile and they get no likes or comments.
Yeah.
You never know. 100 people might have watched it and they just never clicked. Right. So it gives you like really good feedback. That's what I love about it. And yeah, so my number 7 point is always be inviting. And so this is where it's how you want to build. So there are some people, here I've got an example here. So yes, Tara, you should, when you're actually prospecting for the business or for like customers or what have you, you should be messaging people one of two ways. So what I tell my new girls, okay, like you just sign up for an 11-day, go and message 10 to 20 of your friends saying, hey, I just joined this accountability group. I'm on a mission to lose 20 pounds. I'm super excited. It's 11 days. Would you be open to cheering me on in the group? And they'd say, yeah, say, awesome. I'm going to send you an invite. Let me know if you're interested. I can tag you on the details. You could do it with me. So it's a personal
This
invite.
is so good. I really like this, the idea of this.
So that's the personal invite, right? Now, if you're a business person, okay, so like Tara Romano's coming into this, she's going to go and message women that she wants to work with, and she's going to say something maybe a little different, right? That's a product user who wants to get some accountability partners. Now, if you're on the business side, you might be like, hey, I've linked arms with a couple of like badass women who we run this accountability group. It's all about like motivation, encouragement, nutrition focus. We do have some like 11-day challenges. You can even say utilizing Isagenix products. You don't have to hide. I was wondering if it would be something that you would be interested in. I'm looking for some other women to make this like something huge. Right. So it could be just you pitching like, hey, do you want to build this business with us? I have reached out to people. There's actually one I'm messaging today. I saw her post that she was like, she did Ozempic and she had really, really terrible results, ended up in the hospital. She's like, I'm really on a mission that I want to help other women not go down this path. I'm going to inbox her and say, I've got this amazing group that is exactly what you're looking for. Have you ever considered turning that passion into making money? I would love to share with you a little bit more what I've done. Come check out this group. So that's another way. You can also use it in prospecting. So absolutely every single conversation you have about Isagenix, you should be getting them into our group. So I use the ad tag message approach a lot of times. So yes, I'll share a couple of photos before and afters in a group message with them, but I'm also going to go in the group and find someone like them and tag them on that person's big, long story, because I can't vividly share that story in an inbox. So Tara, think about like, you know how we used to use, or some people still really rely on the HV team site where you'll go and find someone that's like them and get them to read the long story. Same thing. Yes. You're just using the group and tagging them on it. And the reason that's even more effective is, one, they get to read that whole story and hear their story in that one. but every time you tag on a picture in the group, it pushes it back into the feed like it's new. So it like refreshes it to all 3,000 people in the group. So I don't know.
So I'm going to ask this other, oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
sorry. So I have girl, we're talking on Thursday about signing up. Would I already add her to this group? Or would I wait till we talked? Do you know what I mean?
Either or, it's up to you. So sometimes I will add people before we actually get on a call, just so they can check out the community. And what's nice about that too is when you get someone in a group, if you don't close the call, it's dripping on them. So again, a lot of new people will not follow up once they hear a no, right? They hear no and they're like scared they'll never reach out to them again. At least if they're in the group, they're getting dripped on a little bit and they might reach back out.
Okay. I love it. I really like this.
So another way to reach out is how we just did, like we had a giveaway. You can entice people with giveaways. So I really worked hard and you guys saw like 200 and some people added in like 2 days. That was me inboxing people. So I'm like, hey,
what were you saying?
Did you see the giveaway that we have in the group? We're giving away an 11-day. Oh my God, really? Yeah, go ahead, invite all your friends. I'll count them all up. Let me know when you're done. I create an urgency. I always say that, let me know when you're done and I'll go count up your ballots. So they know like I'm waiting. So I do that for my customer. I always start with my customers, my people that are brand new. So there was actually one girl who just joined the 11-day. She was like, yeah, I'd be open to getting some accountability partners. I know that she's super shy and she's not going to reach out to people. I encouraged her that I'm like, you know what? Enter the draw and just add all your friends. Let's see what happens. And she literally had 4 people click yes, I want information. That's what's really cool is with our group, it has questions. So people are telling us, I want to lose weight.
So that leads me to another question is like, when you're just, when someone like that is just adding people, they still have to go through that questionnaire to say that they want to be, like, they don't have to enter, correct?
They can't get in until we accept them. So here, I'll show you. And of course my internet's going to freeze now. There we go. So this is what, when you're a moderator or an admin, you can see this member request panel. So this is just requested. They joined 13 years ago. I'll go look at their profile. I have no idea how this person found us. That's the only thing that when you send a link, it's not going to say Tara sent a link. So I have no idea how this person got here, and their profile looks a little bit weird. They're followed by, like, I don't know what this person is. But I'll inbox them and I'll find out. Luke, I know who Luke is. Luke was enrolled by someone in my downline. So she's adding him to the group because he enrolled. He still went ahead and answered the questions. What a good boy. So improve him. And I've already told Luke, hey, Luke, let's find you some accountability partners and get you some referral bonuses. He's someone that I would just say invite everybody, because I know that he's not gonna message people, but he will before and afters and such. I know he will. So here's Denise. So Denise actually, so out of that, I had one person add 90 people, and I think Denise added like 58 or something. Like, it was insane. So Denise had, I think, four people click yes, they wanted info. I've already inboxed them, saying, hey.
What did you say to, what'd you say to them?
I can click on it right here, but it's probably just going to go slow. So right here, she's one of them. So Anne-Marie was one of them. And so this is what I said. Hey, Anne-Marie, welcome to Gold Diggers. I see Denise invited you. I love her. She's the sweetest woman ever. How do you know each other? And then she's like, oh, what Denise? And I was like, oh, well, I guess, yeah, common name. And then she's like, oh, yes, Mary Kay. Denise sells Mary Kay. Right? That's why Denise was just like, I'm going to invite everybody, because she knows how network marketing is. She loves free stuff. Right? So that's what I do is I start with all the people that answered that they want info, but I'm also when I have time, I'm going to go and inbox these people and just say, hey, like I saw Denise, invited you to Gold Diggers. Like I'll still work those invites because those are people
Yeah.
that most people don't see an invite. That is why it is better for you to message people, hey, I'm going to invite you to my group. Then you just hope, right? So this is kind of like posting and hoping.
Yeah.
But it does work, right? Passive sometimes works. It's kind of gambling, just like posting and hoping sometimes works.
Yeah.
But again, these are people that are just, that I would encourage this to do this, or more people that are looking to get their box paid for, or they're brand new. They don't have belief or confidence yet. It's something simple and duplicatable that anyone can do. Like, can your grandmother go in here and invite her entire friends list and hope that maybe somebody says yes, so she might get her box paid for? Yes. Here's another way. You guys have probably seen this in a million different groups. Let me, will you just minimize? Have you ever seen a post like this? Hey, I have a new group on Facebook. It's private. It's all about health and wellness, and we do workouts and we have giveaways. Join my group. There you go. Simple. This is how you can prospect in other groups, right? So there's a lot of groups have like a small business Saturday type thing. You could even do this on your profile. Again, I did that on, so I did a version of this on my blog. So I posted like, hey, we're doing a Mother's Day giveaway in my collagen group. Comment Avery if you guys want to be entered. And then I just inboxed them the link. So that's another way that you can get people into your group, is talking about it on your page. You could do polls in your stories. That's another great way. Hey, if I were to have an 11-day accountability group, would you be interested? And as soon as they say yes, say, here, join this group. I'm going to tag you on some info. So the adding and tagging is a big part of groups. So I'm going to actually make like a welcome video. We could probably do a really fun one together, all of the admins, and then you pin it at the top that, hey, this is what Gold Diggers is all about. And then you can just pin people, tag people on it. Because can your downline do that? Right? If you had like a fun video in there about the next 11-day challenge, or even the post, they could add people and tag it to it. Here's all the info. And then link you in a message to finish the conversation, right? So it's just about creating like simple tools. Same thing. So you guys have noticed that I do like a welcome new members.
Yeah.
So Facebook actually dingles me, hey, you have new members, you should do a post. They want you to do this. So when you guys see that post go up, you can see who might have clicked that they wanted in. So these invites are only good for 30 days. So they can see everything in the group. But if they don't answer the questions or accept the invite, it'll disappear after 30 days. So this is where if you have someone like I just did, invite a bunch of people, you need to work quick to message these people because the invite does expire. So it's not like the old days. And I know what you mean, Tara. That's why I set it up with questions, is that we would always just get dumped into groups that you didn't necessarily be in. Now you actually have to click yes. So it's the same thing in the cleanse group, right? We have to remind people, hey, you need to accept the invite or else they're not going to be in. So this is where I need to message people quick. A lot of these people will probably say, oh, what group? And I'm like, oh, check your notifications, or I'll drop the link again for them to join.
Yeah.
Or some people are like, oh, I didn't know I had to click yes. They just assume they're in because they can see. So really leveraging these giveaways is how you can exponentially grow the groups really, really fast. So like Tanis had one where it was literally just and you don't have to spend a lot of money. So Tanis had one that was like a shaker cup giveaway, and people went crazy. She had something like 1,000 people added to her group over a $15 shaker cup. Like people will do anything for something for free.
That is insane.
People are though. Like think about trade shows. People enter they don't even know what the giveaway is, and they will enter every draw at every table just because it's free. People love winning things. So this is where we'll create a schedule of like strategic ways to like, so the next big wave that's going to come in and be ready for it is we're going to post up all these before and afters, and people have to get their friends in there to vote. because only votes in the group count. So people are going to mass invite their friends and family to come and vote for them because they want to win. We had with this one, I think it's about $330 that we can use for cash and prizes. And people will they're like, let's go. I want to win. I want to win. What they won't share on their personal page, they will share in the group. They're totally fine with a before and after in the group, but not necessarily on their personal page. But these people that we just brought in that do want to do the business, and I have a couple of them, I will encourage them to share their before and after on their personal profile to create that hype to want to get in on the next one. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And then it's also, as the leaders, you want to be helping your downline, right? So like you're still going to be working the post. So like when I see, I'm actually going to post up one of my people's before and after tonight and pin it, just kind of like we do in the cleanse group, like, hey, you're pinned for the week. I'm going to watch that post and I'm going to see who likes and comments. And you know what? One of Lori's prospects might like on it. And so Lori's going to go and message that prospect, be like, hey, like I saw that you loved on so-and-so's before and after. Are you interested in our next 11 day? Right. So you have to look at all the posts because your prospects might be hitting on it. And we have a rule within the group that you don't enroll anybody unless you for surely know that you invited them or you're down. Like, because all of us are going to cross paths, right? We all have people who know people, or it might be or downline invited them. So that's the other cool thing is that when it's invited like this, I can go, every single member will say invited to the group by. So I can always trace back whose lead it is.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yes.
It's exactly like your sister does in the cleanse group. Like she'll go and find where in the tree they used to be. Same idea, but these are prospects.
Yeah.
That's all I have for notes. Events. So also within groups, you can schedule posts, which is a huge benefit. So just like how we had buffer back in the day, we can schedule posts in here. So no one has an excuse to miss putting up a post. You can create events and invite people in the group into events. Those are really, really helpful. Engagement. So it's very, very simple to pop in the group and just go ding, 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 and like and comment on all of the posts. Whereas now on profiles, it's a lot more cumbersome to go to each person's page and like and comment on your team's posts. So again, it's like a huge time saver. But does that mean that you're not using your profile? No, you still want to use 3 to 5 lead funnels. Like Tara's amazing at stories. She's still talking about opportunity and products in her stories. And then driving that engagement however she wants to build, right? There's some people on my team that they love Instagram. So like they're not using groups at all. They're still doing Instagram, or maybe they just pop into the groups when we're doing 11 day and they're building elsewhere. Or I have one person that it's belly to belly. Like their whole business is belly to belly. They're still going to drop their people in the group because that's going to affect their retention, right? People want to be in a hub. Right? They want to feel connected and they want to know that they can reach out to help. They don't want to just be a straggler out there by themselves.
Yeah.
I still use both groups though. So I still put all my customers in the cleanse group so that they can like I just feel like it's great to have all your customers in one hub. But I put all my customers and all their friends and all of my prospects in my Gold Digger group. Like you can be lazy and just go invite, and just hope people accept. You can. It's just not as effective. But for somebody that is very super casual and they don't want to like do direct messaging, it does work. It's just not, I'm not guaranteeing it's going to be an effective way to build, right? Does that make sense? Because we have like 8 minutes left. So 8 minutes of questions.
8 minutes.
Well, that's when my computer will just turn off.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I feel like
random.
I have a question.
Sure.
So my question is, when they actually do answer the questions, and then we can go in and approve their profile.
So I've been doing
and then welcome them.
So what I typically do So good question, Lori. So someone like you who knows what you're doing, you're confident with closing calls, you can handle it all yourself. I typically will just screenshot and then I'll send it to you and be like, Lori, Bob, here's Bob, go crazy. Now, if it was someone who's brand new, like a bunch of my new girls that they actually had a whole bunch of people in here, I screenshot them and then I'll say, hey, your friend Heather said she's interested. Can you put me in a group message with them and I'll help explain it for you? So that's how I help the new people. I do that with everything. Every like and comment on their personal profile, I do the same thing. Hey, drop me in a group message with them and I'll help you explain it. It's like the new version of a three-way call. So yeah, I typically, I look at, it's not going to be sustainable forever, but right now I'm just looking after all of it. I get a notification every time somebody asks to join. So I just go in and I screenshot it to everybody because I can see who it is really quick. I approve them in. As soon as I send you something, I've already approved them into the group. So then it's up to you to go tag them on what needs to be tagged. Do know this, if you're a moderator in the group, if you invite somebody into the group, like you click invite, if I click invite Lori, she automatically goes in and bypasses the questions. Because as a moderator, you're already approving they can go in.
Yeah.
Right. So, which is good for people that are building, right? So if you're like, you don't have to wait for me to approve them, right? Like if you're doing a conversation with, you did a call with someone tonight, Lori, and you just add them in the group, you go tag them on some stuff, they're immediately in, right? That's why someone like you is a moderator. Whereas someone who's brand new, they're like, hey, I'm going to start liking and commenting, tagging. They might have to message the upline, hey, can you approve my person in? So if you have someone in your downline that's building, it'll be on you to approve their people through if they need to tag them on some info. But the reality is their first 5 to 10 people, they're probably going to be putting you in group messages anyway. So you can be approving that person in. And then once somebody is actively building, we add them as a moderator to the group so that they can just approve their people in, like their downline, and they can work the post. So yeah, it's once they understand how the group works, then that's kind of when you add them as a moderator. And then, so a posting schedule. So this is where, and we'll have to just work with it a little bit, right? Like we have our skeleton that we've always used in the group, and we just start feeling it because the group has changed a little bit too, right? So we start seeing what's working, what's not working, what type of posts do we need to be consistent with, who's going to look after what posts each week. And then you just keep that consistently rolling. And your goal is for there to be a ton of chatty Cathys in the group, not necessarily just one, right? You don't want a group with one voice is not a group. It's not a community, right?
Agreed.
Cool. So that's kind of the lowdown on groups. We've got another 11-day that's coming up very quickly. So we start as soon as this one ends, the results are going to go up. We flood social media with our people's before and afters on our profiles as well to bring new into the group as well. In our stories or reels, we provide them content to put out. Again, we encourage them. So you have to inbox people to encourage them. You encourage them to invite people. Make sure that you invite everybody into the group to come and vote for you. I want you to win, right? So it's using your influence muscle to encourage them to do what you want them to do. And again, you always reassure them that don't worry, if they don't want to be in the group, they won't be in the group. They have to answer the questions to get in. That's why you'll see one of the questions is, or the answers is, I'm just here to cheer and vote for my friend. So I created that so they know they can just like, I'm just here to do the thing, right? But you know what? 90% of people do not leave the group after they come and vote for their friend. They get excited and then they eventually join the next one. That's the goal. So that's why we're strategically doing like 11-day break, 11-day break, 11-day break. You're going ding, 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 so that you can enroll people that enroll people that enroll people. So it creates 3 levels of depth just by doing basically a 30-day, right? And then you'll take a little bit of a break because you should be exhausted after all of that because you're enrolling and then rank advancing. Then we take a little bit of a break, but our posts do not stop in the group, just like we never stop them on our profile. So the biggest message is basically take what you're doing on your profile because it doesn't work anymore and you just migrate it into the group. It's the exact same thing. You're sharing results, you're shouting out your cleansers, your motivation, you're sharing recipes, like all the type of content of the type of people that we have created this community for. The people that don't fit that mold, they're not going to want to be in the group, which we probably don't want them in our downline anyway, right? So it's like not about pleasing everybody. It's about us attracting the type of people that we want to work with. So I hope that's helpful. I will post up the recording of this call into our group, and then you guys can revisit over and over and over again, and definitely ask more questions because this is something that kind of like ebbs and flows. Social media changes like every 4 months. So you always have to be willing to pivot. And when you see something's not working and you're not getting engagement on whatever profile that you're using, it's a sign that you need to switch and adapt, right? Adapt or die, as they say. So hope that was helpful. I will get this posted up and we will get all the info posted for our next 11-day. Tomorrow, I'm going to try to get it all done. I'll get all the Eventbrite link done and we'll get her set up. So
awesome.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
All right,
Okay.
bye-bye.
Bye.